I'm thinking of a core Monkey King,
back.
right? Because Boundless Strike, you'll most likely have the cookie follow up beyond that, and I'm sure there's going to be some form of
Dire
silence or
team
additional stun
back.
coming through after the fact. Not going to be a Sand King, not going to be a Mars. I mean, do they just Night Stalker here on Yangon? I feel like it's pretty good with the Snapfire for the laning stage, as well as just being able to, again, make that
10
Pugner's life
seconds
hell,
remaining.
punish a Storm Spirit if he doesn't go a super early BKB.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I just wonder if they're going to consider a better 3 that can be paired up with the Wukongs. That's my only consideration.
Radiant team back.
What, is something to hold him in place?
Yeah, kind of just at least an AoE stun to maybe help out so they don't just disengage freely from the ultimate if this is a KSH monkey, which they're even banning out some cores still just to make sure.
No, you just Puck?
I like that call a lot though. We might get into 15th, honestly. It looks pretty free, but they could give then 2 picks to answer it, so maybe you look to wait a little bit.
I'd be thinking Puck Night Stalker, but they've got their last overall pick still, so you obviously want to have some level of flex for that, and not really something you want to use a position 5 for. I just want to see them pick something. Give me an Ogre. Give me an Ogre Magi here. I think it's something that synergizes great with the Monkey King. Doesn't matter if it's a double melee lane, just all that stuff to be able to slow down the heroes, get you more of those Jigu Mastery stacks. The Bloodlust, great for stacking those up as well. It's additional lockdown for the Storm Spirit. You're not casting spells all the time, so the Netherward isn't going to have a huge layer of impact for you. I just think it's a solid pick, and it doesn't reveal too much.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that the Monkey King would be a core, I suppose, is the only thing it reveals. Okay, that's a good laning matchup as well, right? Doesn't necessarily hold people in place, but you're negating the impact of Storm early on. It's pretty devastating playing into a Netherworld, though, as a Quap. You need to make sure it's gone.
I think was that MY Motivate game, actually, where BB was playing it, and he just really struggled versus the Netherward early. So we'll see. Definitely the big reason I think you're picking the Queen of Pain is because they don't have control at the moment, and because of the Storm Spirit matchup.
Absolutely. We just saw, like, what you were talking about, BB for MY playing the Queen of Pain. You've played this hero for so many years, and Netherward having the reduced magic damage is only very recent, right? So you have an understanding of, okay, he's got this much HP, he's gonna die if I ult him, and then it just doesn't happen and they escape on 200 HP. Like, it's something that takes a little bit of time to have to deal with. So as long as Yangon keep it at front of mind, okay, Pugner must die, Pugner Ward must die, I think they'll be just fine. I want to see them get a little bit more lockdown, though.
Yeah, just the question of what route they want to go down for Motivate. Probably... because there's not a lot of position 3s available. DK's gone, Pango's gone, Mars, Sand King both gone, so at least if you're trying to opt for some stuns...
Radiant team pick.
Oh, well, I don't know about this here.
Not against a monkey.
Yeah.
Especially a core monkey. Like, that is literally one of the best matchups into the Wraith King. And I don't love it as a hero, but surely you just Tidehunter into this Wraith King, right? Like, you can very easily deal with him in the laning stage, reducing his damage by a lot. Your Anchor Smash does a great job of dealing with the skeletons. You've got additional minus armor. You've got that AoE teamfight ability in the Ravage that you need to be able to contend with. So I feel like it's an amazing Tide game for Yangon.
Yeah, Type Snap's a very, very strong lane. With the double minus armor, you can pretty much kill any support if they're out of place and even just bully out a carry. I really like that. Of course, maybe this pick from Motivate might deter them, but we did see prior it was Boombui playing the Pugner, so more than likely a Pugner Wraith King lane, which I do not think will stop a Tide to be picked up.
Yep. Will not do much at all. Pugner's just going to get harassed by them if he tries doing that. Doesn't have any escape. You probably just go to level 1 Gush even, potentially, and look to try and burst down the Pugner, to be honest, if he tries to do his cheeky little wand bops onto you.
They're all single target at the moment from Motivate. Earth Spirit will help out a little bit. Back into it. I'm happy that we're getting more Earth Spirits because I think the hero is fun to watch overall. But
yeah, there's always a but.
But it's also kind of an Earth Spirit, and I feel like there are some other supports that might be a little bit
10
more
seconds
favored. The
remaining.
guaranteed control versus the Queen of Pain is a little bit lacking.
5
Give me the
seconds
tide.
remaining.
Yeah, go Tide. Yeah, I think you definitely pick your position 3, whatever it is here. So you keep the Monkey King flex, or the carry / support flex into the last overall.
I'd be okay with Night Stalker, but I just actually would I prefer it? I don't know. With the Tide Hunter, they might be a
Radiant
little
team
bit too
ban.
cooldown reliant.
Timber
Timbersaw.
saw.
It's okay. Don't get me wrong, but like I'm still worried about the lack of lockdown for the Storm, particularly with a Pugner to keep him buffed up.
Yeah, I agree. Timber, though,
10 seconds
What are you
remaining.
thinking? Like, so it's most likely the 5 that they've still got to come through.
5
For Yangon?
seconds remaining.
Yeah, I mean, Snap Monkey isn't a bad lane either. So maybe they'll go a Lion or a Shadow Shaman last pick for Yangon. Just something instant that's going to be able to punish the Storm Spirit and give them a little bit more tower and Roche
Dire
taking
team
potential.
ban.
So probably the Shaman.
Radiant team ban.
and they really feel like this is a Monkey support. That's another core they're trying to ban out. But what for Motivate? What are they looking for? What do they need on this Mastros hero?
A lot.
10
They need
seconds
break. They
remaining.
need a good lane. They need. I guess the
5
Storm and the
seconds
Wraith King
remaining.
both kind of like to go in first. Same sort of thing with the Earth Spirit. Could they
Dire team
OD
ban.
themselves?
Radiant team pick.
Against the Timber, it's not bad. Against the Monkey, it's not bad. You're still doing a lot of damage into the Wukongs.
That right is where I'm looking for Motivate. I think it deals with the Timber, it deals with the Monkey if it's a core. But we are getting a... This is an elimination game, Motivate. Are we getting another Mastros Storm Spirit, which actually could be the case. He's run it in the past.
You really want to lane that into a
10
potential
seconds
Monkey King
remaining.
plus Snapfire? I feel like you're just dead if you do
5
that.
seconds remaining.
So the Invoker... Okay, so... the Invoker is going to lane relatively well versus the Queen of Pain because of the Kloss. You're able to sustain through the Dagger. It gives you a much better time because we were saying Storm Spirits are going to really, really struggle. It's one of the worst lane matchups. You can build Spirit Vessel to deal with the Timber. EMP is really good as well.
And you'll have the eventual Alacrity for the Wraith King,
Yep.
plus Dispel with a Tornado for the Jingu Mastery. What is
Choose
going
your
on in this
hero.
game? So it's a support monkey.
Okay.
I really felt like it was a good Monkey King 1 game.
I agree. I was more happy with them to flex the Monkey than for Motivate to go for this offlane Storm. But I'm going Yangon. I don't know. This is... we've seen Motivate...
I really don't like Juggernaut. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Like, are you going to be able to man fight into a Wraith King is my question. You might Omni Slash him once, but then what happens for the second life?
Yeah, but isn't that a free lane? Jug Snapfire into Storm Spirit? Don't you just cookie on top of Storm and he just dies like at least 2 times in the lane? I don't know how Mastros plays this lane.
You might like kick him away, or like kick Masaros away if you're Tigger.
I don't know. I think that's a big thing of why Yangon felt like they could go down that route. And Jug
You
does
could just do that with a monkey as well, right?
100%. 100%.
I really don't like this Jug pick, but I also don't like the Storm Spirit offlane this game.
Do you not like the Jug pick just because Jug isn't very good at the moment? Every time we see Jug, teams lose?
That, but also the carry-to-carry matchup isn't fantastic against the Wraith King.
Is it not?
I don't think it's fantastic. Like, it's okay, but it's not as dominant as the monkey would have been.
Sure.
And I feel like you haven't addressed the issue of, let's say they get out of the laning stage on Motivate where the Storm Spirit hasn't fed 3+ times, right? What are you doing to stop the Storm Spirit from having a game? You've still only got 2 stuns, the Cookie and the Boundless Strike. I feel like they should have gone for a little bit more lockdown with this last pick overall. And there's nothing to hold people in Wukongs. There's nothing to hold people inside of a Immortals Kisses. You're not going to get the easiest usages out of the Sonic Wave. You don't have anything that really goes in deep onto the backlines to take out this Pugna or the Nether Ward. Like a Snapfire can't walk up and little Shredder the Pugna. You're just feeding yourself if you do. So I don't know. I honestly don't like both drafts. I'm gonna say Motivate, even though I feel like the Storm Spirit's gonna have a bad lane. I'm gonna say Motivate.
Okay. Oh, we'll say it's your Pro Series is on the line here for Motivate. You gotta send this one to a game 3. If they have what it takes to be able to do so. As Motivate, we do get another level 30 here though for Gacha Boy. He's got a couple of them. My guy does love to spam his ranked games. But this is something that I think I brought up at the start of the series, or even maybe yesterday, the Monkey King. So I'm very excited to see how the position 4 Monkey is going to play. Of course, it hasn't been nerfed at all. I know it's still very strong as a position 4, but just some teams and regions prioritize it a little bit more than others.
I know you're a fan of the old Saxa Monkey King.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anyone, honestly, any monkey. We saw Hyde Monkey when we were casting Talon. They look very dominant with it. See it a couple times in DV1 for Southeast Asia. So I just think the hero does so much. I think Vision is by far one of the most important things in Dota, and the monkey can provide that. Did you... What? Toy? Just cut down a random tree, and our skill A might be dead. As long as Boom Booey can body block and... Dude, Toy, what that? What was that? What?
May as well, right? You walk into the lane, you know you're against a Monkey King in the off lane. Just cut down random trees, you might get lucky.
Oh my god. Alright, you got your first flight given over to the Wraith King, and a good way to start.
Pugna.
Oh, Pugna, apologies.
The important one.
The all-important Pugna 5. These brown boots early.
I've put 113 points onto Motivate before that first blood, by the way.
Well, you gave them the prediction anyway, so...
I did.
Edging their way. We'll see. Bot lane should be very free for RT. I'd like to see him get solo experience and then skill A just move out of the lane, but I'm not quite sure what a Monkey King would do afterwards. Maybe they have kill threat on mid with like a boundless into Sonic Wave when Hor gets level 6, but before that, I don't know. Maybe stacks?
I guess. I mean, he's going to be able to get the courier snipes, so that's kind of nice, I suppose. The other thing is, like, as long as Boombo is very... He needs to be chatty, this game. He needs to be constantly saying the location of this Monkey King to prevent that sort of rotation towards the mid lane. As long as you're able to set up and keep yourself relatively high on the net worth, you're probably not going to be going down, even with that Sonic Wave combo.
Well, Boombo has been quite the Chad right now. Skill A... A couple of seconds till the... Oh, Josh... He's playing this very aggressive, not running back to the tower, and Boombo almost brought him down to a health pool that would have been no escape for the Monkey King, but at least he's okay. How are some of the other lanes looking? Top lane, your really big question mark for Yangon Galacticos is this Juggernaut, and I guess for me, along with it, is the Storm Spirit for Motivate. So I think level 3 is when Yangon look to make their plays.
Yeah, what's the... Snapfire got leveled up. Right. Fire Snap Cookie, Scatter Blast. Probably want to go for a little bit more into the stun duration there. You don't really have a huge amount of issues securing last hits, and yeah, this is all the result of just that first blood, right? If he doesn't get that, Boomboy doesn't have the boots of speed. You're already so fast on the Pugna, even without that, as top lane. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to get anything. Never mind.
Nice block from KSH. To go one more right click and KSH will get it from afar. They're lucky they got anything at the start of the fight. Zorre made a bit of a oopsies with this cookie, pushed them out of range of the Master Storm Spirit, but at least they were able to get the kill and put themselves on the board.
It's important for sure, but yeah, the Monkey King, he is, I don't want to say a lane dominator, but you're supposed to be able to get a lot of nice effective trades, even against the likes of a Pugna and a Wraith King, but not when the Pugna's got this much movement speed. right? Like, you just can't catch him. You can't get usage out of the Orb of Venom because you're being traded. Like, look at all the Iron Branches he's got. He's just like, all right, I'm going to bop you over and over and over again.
Meanwhile, mid lane, it's looking a bit Hor favored. And I like this from the Queen of Pain. We were seeing this hero for quite some time. It was even just first phase, didn't even matter. I think it was the last patch where we were really seeing the Queen of Pain. Into a lane where you didn't get much usage out of the dagger, you'd just put more points in the Scream. Try and shove out the lane, or at least be able to farm neutrals a lot easier. So it's a different look, but I like what the skill build is able to provide you.
Yeah, for sure. He's going to build up a pretty decent stack for himself, but very hard to stack the Kobold camp. No, not Kobold camp, actually. It's just 3 separate camps. Yeah. 0 points in the Shadow Strike, realizing against Quas it's not going to do much of anything.
Helps a lot with your bursts. When I think we're going to see the rotations come out shortly for the Monkey King. Really waiting for level 6.
He was a little slow on his cold snap there, so Hor was able to blink out of the EMP, and he's looking pretty decent so far. With that level 5, he might just look to go and take that small camp farm for himself.
I think one thing that I was... For Yangon Galacticos at the moment, this top lane, haven't been able to play with the creep equilibrium in their side for quite some time, which is something a Juggernaut needs to do. You kind of want the full lane to be able to chase heroes down with the Blade Fury. Especially when you got a Snapfire too, so maybe this is off the back at Tigger and how he's been able to disrupt the small camp pools, but a little bit... I thought they were going to get more kills in this lane.
Mid lane, having to be a little bit careful there on Hor. The Netherward placed down, meaning that he can't exactly try and retaliate with the use of the Scream of Pain too much. He's hunting Bumbuy a little bit, but there's no real kill threat right now. It is important, though, that they try and make something happen around this mid, because, well, he's going to walk underneath the Observer Ward there, so no skill A's in the general vicinity. Things starting to come out. But now with that level 6 on Hor, you have to worry about it going back the other way, but Gacha Boy, he really wants to pick up that first skill, get some of those earn charges out, and start making space for the Wraith King.
Yeah, I think the big thing is that they've left Toy solo, which... With the catapult, they have got no way to deal with this. RT having 3 points in reactive armor, so he can easily tank the tower, and Toy's going to be killed off. He's stuck around. Oh, okay, skill A, missing the Boundless, and now this might give some time for Gacha Boy to actually TP down, and yes, skill A is going to pay the price for missing the Boundless.
Yeah, pays the price for that, gives the earn charges over to Gacha Boy as well, prevents this tower from hitting. It's this big butterfly effect that happens from just one simple mistake.
Stupendous. Dire's top tower
means that Toy can probably stay down here for at least one more wave. He's going to go back and farm the creep wave for now, just because Timbersaw naturally pushes it out, the neutral camp rather. Yeah, things turning out pretty well for the Wraith King as a result of one little mistake.
Ross, what you doing here? Just wanting to jungle in Yangon's side of the map.
Oh, very clever there. Look at that from Toy. He has his courier right over the Ogre Bruiser camp just to make sure that the skeletons made their rotation through to that, as opposed to just running into lanes. So we're looking to maximize the farm.
They're moving top, though. I know they need to bring Masteros down before his level 6, and KSH would love a kill with the Omni Slash, and they're going to move on forward. They probably won't even have to commit the ultimate, unless they want to try and get the Earth Spirit kill along with that, but Tigger's already utilized the roll, and they've got a big creep wave to deal some damage onto the tower, so a nice movement from the side of Yangon.
Careful here on the Pugna. Doesn't have any points in the decrep just yet. Not that they would know that, but you have to be very careful of the Omni Slash coming in onto you. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that he's only died the one time so far on Masteros. The fact that he's been able to get to this stage. He's at the bottom of the net worth charts, sure, but doesn't really matter all that much. As long as you can get up to that level 6, you've done your job. Oh, and look at this. Use the decrep aggressively. Might try and snipe the healing ward.
Mass TP's top. They're going to be cautious how long they stick around. It seems like all of Motivate want to come to the area. As KHH just going to Blade Fury TP out, so at least the Juggernaut makes it away. But both supports will be killed off under the tower of Motivate. So 4 heroes will cost them for that, however.
still relatively okay trade for Motivate, right? You have to commit a lot of heroes, but it's not like you want to be laning into this Timber Saw anyway. The fact that the tower survived up until this point is a bit of a win for Motivate, and you get the 2 kills in return. Got more charges onto the urn itself, and Storm Spirit just about to hit that level 6 as well. Yeah, it looks like Skillo's going to leech the experience, though, so it'll be a little bit slower. He should probably know, actually.
Yeah, he's dead. No TP. They should be able to chase him down. We need it. 4 points in the Blade Fury. They will get the kill onto Mastra, second death of the game. Meanwhile, Hor is on to Boom Buoy. Decrep's not really going to protect you too much versus the Sonic Wave, and Hor is even gets a Courier for good measure.
Bit of a dive there, but
they're connecting.
Top tower, yeah, they are connecting. KSH doesn't really want to, though. He's happy to keep pushing on this top side.
Archer Boy, let's see how tanky he is underneath the T2 tower with the raindrops,
Nice
paying
kick.
dividends to kick back in. Oh, Tigger, beautifully played, although Hor goes for it. The raindrops this time not able to protect him. He's got TP up shortly as well, so we could just blink and TP out if need be. Mastros is moving from the north, but it would be a bit too late to show up. Hor's just actually going to TP out behind the T1 tower, but Radiant, they're putting their attention to Zorain. Snapfire will be killed off. At least you get some retribution on Motivate, but losing Gotcha Boy never feels too great.
Don't you love this item build from Massaros?
Oh, very cool.
So stupid.
Oh, what do you mean? It's not busted. Not stupid. Nothing. 5 nulls. That's okay.
Yeah, going into the power treads next, and then the BKB just backpacking the nulls until that point. What do they get for neutral items as well? I only got 2 at this stage. A little bit unlucky.
The big silver lining for Motivate is that Toys had a very, very good time. 201, top of the net worth, already armlet completed as well.
Going into the Desolator. So really wanting to remedy the fact that their tower push isn't that great outside of the Pugner, and like I was saying before, against a Timber Saw, against the Queen of Pain. Pretty important to have that Nether Ward available. Oh, even the Juggernaut, you know, if you're trying to use the Omni Slash as a last-ditch effort to survive, you can oftentimes end up dying before it actually gets used, and it still gets put on cooldown.
It's going to be smoke from Motivate down to the Timber. They do have 1 Spirit Vessel. See, that's going to be enough to kill RT. Any reactions starting to come on out? Looks like they are not. And I tell you, this should be a pretty easy kill. Beautifully done. And that's a big rotation to make. As soon as you get the Spirit Vessel, you see Motivate. They recognize that there is a sign of weakness for the Timber.
Absolutely. And, well, on the top side, Zorain, surprising that he hasn't actually gone into this lane to try and clear it out. I mean, that was a heavy rotation to try and take out the Timber Saw. Just wanting to feel a little bit more cautious, considering Masros might have been in the area, but I mean, the tower's taken a lot of damage that it probably didn't need to. Able to get the deny off, but probably would have wanted the tower to survive a little bit longer if he could afford it.
Dire's top tower has been denied.
Trying to see where this... Oh, skill A? I was gonna say, I don't know if you want to... D-Ward, well, they're all in the neighborhood. That kick! Yo!
Got him!
Let's see! Long range. I gotta drop the ward just to make sure. But alright, all hype for nothing. Skull is out.
A little bit slow with the connections through there. Toy, he was in his own farming fantasy land, right? He's like, me hit creep, and that's all you really need to worry about as a carry. Double damage on bot. Trying to bait in someone to try and take it. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't even know he got the Fairy's Trinket. Of course he did. Is it like a prerequisite now if there's a Storm Spirit in the game? Sorry, when there's a Storm Spirit in the game, the Fairy's Trinket drops?
Yeah, that or the Arcane Ring, which you also got, but a Fairy's Trinket definitely better for the Storm. Yeah, you need that. Or when we see Deuces, Grove Bow, yeah, or Tinies, give him the Titan Sliver.
Yep. Every time.
Alright, Gotcha Boy. Along with the duo supports moving to IT once again. He's got the Jug nearby with some aspect of the Healing Ward, but of course his Spirit Vessel is going to heavily mitigate that as...
Ward as well.
Yeah.
Doing work.
He might need a BKB this game because of the Nether Ward, I wonder.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Almost approaching that stage. Toy, he's playing around the mid lane a little bit. Snapfire doing a good job of keeping a lot of these lanes pushed out, though. He's even trying to drag it over to Hor, just give him that little bit of extra farm.
Skill A. He's going to be killed off once again. Just honestly, too many times for the Monkey King. Yo, Cookie? Another
Big up
reapply of the Spirit Vessel, and
You can't deny it, unfortunately, Zorain. It's health loss, not that damage over time.
I'm still trying to see how this Storm Spirit's going to synergize with Motivate, but I believe.
I mean, you just kind of play him like a playmaker, right?
Well, that's what they're doing. They run into the Snapfire. I'm very impressed with Motivate at the moment. Garch is getting very active with his Spirit Vessel. He's still bottom of the net worth out of all the cores under the tower. What's going on here? Oh,
Dire's
nothing
middle
crazy.
tower is under attack. Dire's
Getting sucked up
structures
by
are
Bumbui.
fortified.
I mean, I feel like you just kind of need to keep doing the same things that they have been so far. Yes, you're giving a lot of farm over to the Queen of Pain and the Juggernaut, but I feel like Toy's getting plenty of farm, and I feel like you just got to keep going on Timber, right? Like, you've got the initial setup from the long-range zip onto the Timber. You've got the EMP Cold Snap Spirit Vessel combination for him after the fact, and at the moment, that's enough to just keep him held in place. Bumbui might be in a little bit of danger. They see Skill 8 jumping around. So just looking to play on the top side of the map. You've got a Blink Dagger available on Toy. Not going to help him farm, but when you're so close to that Desolator, I feel like you just need to have your options open. Might look to join with this next fight, though. They're all smoked up on Motivate.
Archerboy's going to lead the charge. Or just be Zorain. This Hor actually feel like they can take the fight. They're going to try and beeline towards Garchaboy. They're lacking some detection, and Hor's in trouble. A blink to the right, but Mastros and Tig are both on the hunt as Hor. He's going to be killed off and Motivate. They are playing exceptionally well.
Mm-hmm. This Storm Spirit has not been punished anywhere near as much as it should have. You know, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but what has this Juggernaut done this game? You know, he's not at the top of the net worth. He hasn't been killing the Storm Spirit as many times in lane as I was expecting. Wasn't playing with the team. He's gone for that bit more of an aggressive build, right? No Battle Fury, Maelstrom, and
Dire are scanning.
seem like it's going to result in too much. As
Dire's
the
middle
Tier 1
tower
tower
is
gets
under
removed
attack.
with the assistance, of course, of the Siege Creep.
Dire's
And
middle
I
tower
just wait
has
until
fallen.
the Desolator until you look to attempt Roshan on Motivate.Trust, but it's certainly available to them shortly.
Yeah. I'm trying to see when that Juggernaut feels like he's going to be at a stage where he can take these fights. He's got level 2 in the Omnislash, closing on the Mantis Tower next, which is definitely going to be important for him with all that he can dispel, but he needs quite some time to come online.
Oh. Antistyle is really the one. At least he's still already got the recipe component, so going to try and farm up as quickly as he can, but I don't think Motivate is showing too many signs of stopping right now. Also got the Midas finished up by Gacha Boy, so he's not going to fall too far behind, both in the gold and experience fronts. Very important for him to get up to that level 20 as quickly as possible as well for the Wraith King. You just want to keep buffing him up with the Alacrity as much as you can.
Motivate, where we look to go now? Bottom lane, Skill A just... Okay.
A zoning Wukong.
Yeah, right.
Master just holding on to all of his gold right now. Just buy the Ogre Axe. What's the downside?
What do you mean? He doesn't hold the nulls. That's the downside.
It doesn't matter. Spend the unreliable gold.
He wants the nulls. Doesn't matter about just keeping it in the backpack.
If he's gonna buy the freaking Ags, it also has that as the component. If he wants the BKB, it's got that as the component. Ugh.
What's a...
Buy it up all at once, it seems.
Yeah, I mean,
Radiant
you
are
feel better
scanning.
when you do that. You're like, oh crap, look at me. I got all this gold after a successful team fight. It's go time for Yangon. Let's see if they can... It should be pretty obvious. I mean, KSH just showed in the lane off smoke and...
For the first time.
Yeah, exactly, for the first time. And they're behind. Motivate, they're ready for the fight. Toy on the front line. Almost baiting, waiting for Yangon to jump the Wraith King. Look at how he's playing in and out, just dangling his life.
there's still... I mean, the one thing I'd be worried about on Motivate right now is that their vision is very lacking. I would look to try and maybe move as a team to the right-hand cliff, just to make sure that you're not getting any kind of backstab coming through from the Monkey King, because it's so important that you get that Nether Ward off with a really good timing here. Just can't get burst down before you have the opportunity
Look
to
at this
use it.
stalemate. They're going to jump though. Toy straight towards the back they go. They've got all the vision they would need for this team fight. Starfire's going to look to buy back. They're onto Hawk, and the Queen of Pain get the blink at the last second. Hawk's out to safety. But a Mortimer Kisses with 0 follow-up.
Eventually, they'll take out the Netherward, but it did its job. It killed the Snapfire when he was looking to retreat. And all Motivate.Trust need to do, they expend a lot of resources on KSH's side. They just run straight back to it. They know the Queen of Pain doesn't want to fight into it, even though she didn't use too much. Still is such a scary prospect. And with it as level 4, straight away, it's right back up.
Back to farming Toy goes, however. Top of the net worth. And what if he wants, he can work towards a BKB next item. He's already got the Blink Desert and the Armlet along with level 15. They think about Roche? No,
I think they just want one more pick off into the Roche. They won't catch out this this Observer Ward here. It looks like they're going to go straight into it, but the scan calls them out immediately. Maybe just feeling like the lack of the Mortimer's Kisses is the real thing that will look to turn this team fight. Bumbui has to be careful, though. I mean, they... Oh, actually, Monkey King isn't turning up to this at all, so it looks like they might be able to get free with the Alacrity.
Okay. Those 2 deaths really shut down the Timbersaw as well. We've seen his net worth really start to trail off. Felt like this was going to be a relatively decent Timber game. He will be forced to go BKB, but it's still going to take quite some time. And I think without that item, T's going to be very vulnerable. So, Motivate, I think they've got a big next 5 minutes with this Aegis.
Absolutely. They've given over to Masaros as well, and just have a look at his net worth. He's 3rd coming out of this, which we thought it would be a horrible lane for the Storm Spirit. It just was on Yangon for perhaps not executing to the level required. I definitely wouldn't have said that he would have been ahead of the Timbersaw at this stage of the game. Actually, RT has been involved in 0 kills.
And not something you expect too much of a Timber. They're trying to get their first kill over on the board for him down bottom, but Tigger, be wary of this. We do have a quick pause in our second game. It's Motivate with the advantage, 2,000 net worth lead, about 21 minutes in. And a bit of a concern for me is...
up to the top side, sorry.
No, I was just going to say, you just mentioned that Masaros is... The fact that the Storm Spirit's got as much net worth as a core is, well, as like a position 2 is very concerning, but you take a look at the Invoker. Gacha Boy has also been untouched for 1 and 6. He's had the Midas for quite some time, and he's going to scale very well. Bottom lane, RT, again playing too aggressively. Yules and Hood's going to do nothing under the tier 2 tower. As they're starting to move bottom. Hasn't been killed off just yet. Off to the side, Tigger, I believe, will be caught out, so it's a 1-for-1, but more valuable is the Timbersaw and the long zip. Skill late. Oh, another person to be added to the grave, although Yangon, they want to turn this around. Mortimer Kisses late on the back, but it's not going to deter Motivate.
Even just having the Holy Locket there on Bumbui. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't actually amp up your healing at all. I know it seems like it should, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Like Kaya and Sanj does, but I'm not sure if it's on you or if it's on the person that you're healing. I feel like it's the latter.
Do you reckon this item is completely useless?
No, you could use the active to give a Storm Spirit a little bit more.
Oh, right.
Maybe give the Wraith King enough to be able to have the reincarnation mana.
Who needs a cloud?
I like that he just ran over, dropped 1 Nether Blast on the Kree Wave, and just ran out. He wasn't expecting to get any CS, but just help him pushing.
You said he's the Chad Pugner. Getting first bloods, manning up in the lane, dying only once.
Well, Joki's still getting exceptionally farm. Looks like they might be able to trade T2 towers, but...
Glyph, like they probably just want to push this top wave, right? Like you can use the Glyph both offensively and defensively if you want. There we go.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's not like you
What
can...
do they have to stop this?
Nothing.
Like, it needs to be Timber, and he's having to run all
Radiant's
the way
bottom
back.
tower
You've
is
already
under
lost to tier
attack.
3.
They might even
Dire's
lose more.
top barracks are under
You need an
attack.
answer.
They found...
Who they zipped. It's gonna
What?
be Hall. Caught out. Still doesn't have the BKB for the
killing,
Queen of
bro.
Pain. And now Skilly's down from the tree. Monkey King's gonna give away another kill.
The positive is that they were able to push the wave out a little bit, so at least you need to wait for the next one for you to continue your push, but how do you stop this? Like I say, she's having to be so aggressive. He's just playing
Mastros is under the Sapphire.
information roll.
Easy like that. And now the Timbersaw is killed off. It's Yangon Galacticos. They are crumbling in this second game. The lineup is not working for them as Motivate. Full set of barracks claimed. The only thing stopping them from getting more is this tier 2 mid as Yangon are just struggling.
Dire's top barracks has
They
fallen.
are ST ruggling, that's for sure. I mean, again, is this going to be the... Or is this game number 4 of the day that's come down to the draft? Because I feel like it is. Like, it just seems like the same story over and over again. And if I
You
can see it,
reckon?
and I'm pretty dumb,
I don't know.
Then-
Oh, they play this one.
what
a
is
bit weird.
enabling your Quap? What is enabling your Juggernaut?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, this Orchid has got nothing out of it. Yeah, they've got no kills with Orchid.
Dire's
And now their high
middle
ground's going to be
tower
under
has
siege once
fallen.
again. Toy with Alacrity.
Hopefully.
And now Skilly.
Nice Spidey senses there by Masros. Just looking to take out every single tree that's available.
Alright,
well,
Orchid
there's the
up.
good news,
Mastros might be in some trouble.
Aegis, though. 20 seconds left. He's fine.
Let's see how they can set up.
BKB as well.
He's got the BKB. Can he get it off? However, Omni Slash is doing no damage. The decrep at the last second. The first Omni of the game. Mortimer Kiss is used as well. The ultimates from Yangon. Again. I don't know if we've seen a good ultimate usage. We've seen Wukong's wasted, Sonic Wave wasted, Omni, and now Kisses. And everything's racking up to put Motivate in a position where they can just
Dire are
walk it
scanning.
down again.
Yep. Nothing they're going to do is going to stop anything. No glyph, no ults, no nothing. And everyone's back at full HP and mana, except for Boombui, because of Boombui.
Boy, you have... Okay, Sage actually has to kind of respect the damage that Toy can do with this Alacrity. And zip over the right. Mastros is onto the Monkey
Space.
King, a nice combo. There's a Cookie. Giving a little bit of breathing room to skill 8-bit Toy and Mastros with the finishing blow. And Horde doesn't want to come back. He wants to go for the BKB. Now he's going to TP.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Mastros. Oh, nice Orchid, but the BKB is out for him. They're on top of the Juggernaut.
the
But
Jug.
Cookie out to the northern side. It's not easy to kill this man, but the Spirit Vessel, along with Toy's damage, is actually enough to get rid of the life. He's got to buy back, but he
dive.
doesn't even feel like they can do anything about it. Is look at how far they're diving. Motivate just have such a net worth lead. There will be nothing Yangon can do to prevent this. He's still even got the he's still got the reincarnation. And they might not even get it. What?
Oh, yeah. Now you can run back. Now the mana battery is gone. They'll be able to walk back, see that there is a arcane rune on the top side and be like, oh, okay, yes, please. We've taken our 2 lanes of racks. We are well ahead in terms of gold, net worth, experience, kills, everything you could possibly want. Yeah, there's not too much that you can complain about on Motivate.
I'm gonna say, I reckon they forced Skill A to play the Monkey King. I do not think they were... I think through the entirety of the draft, they thought this was going to be a Monkey 1. I don't know why they didn't. I still don't care about the Jug. I do not think they'll ever pick the Monkey for him again. It has been a very, very rough performance.
I don't know, he's hit some decent stuns,
No,
man.
Danog, no. I'm going to cut you off right there. He's...
Under attack.
His Hor. But he doesn't have BKB. Look at this. Oh no, in the tree line, Hor's going to be killed off. Meanwhile, mid lane, Mastros and Toy get the Timber along with that. Oh,
I'm not blaming him.
I'm blaming him. 10 deaths, he didn't scout out any ganks. Wukong's was yikers on everyone.
Dire's
It's
courier
a
has been killed.
rough showing, I'd say.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I think it's him and Klopp that needs to be making plays early with the Snapfire. We didn't see any Orchid kills, but
Dire's
For some reason, they just weren't playing together. Like, I think you brought up earlier, who is the Queen of Pain supposed to be playing with? And that's the monkey. That is the monkey. That's you two are getting kills across the map. But there was just no...
He moved a little bit further to the right-hand side there, Bumboy, and placed the observer ward on the high ground. They would have seen Skille, and I can guarantee you Masteros would have gone for the jump there. Actually went and sold his null talismans. Imagine that.
Oh, no. Not even backpacking them.
So, yeah. He heals up a little bit faster now that he's got the Kyron Sanch. And, like, Bumboy's just not scared of dying at all. He's like, I got a gem. You haven't gone on me the entire game.
Juggernaut. It's got the healing ward, but they're going through the bonus health he's getting. No buyback on the jug. Tigger on the back line, and they will call it. Game 3, our second Game 3 of the night. It's only fair. Elimination series. We get to go the distance as Motivate. This is... I reckon Yangon are going to have a difficult time in this Game 3. They just seem to crumble. The momentum seems all on Motivate's side.
Fix the draft. That's all you need to do. Pick things that work well together logically. You know, we keep going over at the checklist, right? And it felt like they had a few open spaces on their checklist of things that just weren't there. Like, nothing to hold the team fight in place to enable 3 of your heroes that really do need that. I think that was the biggest issue for mine. It's just the Juggernaut pick. If that was a Shadow Shaman or a Lion, I would be like, cool, this can work. But didn't do it.
At least we get to go Game 3. So we get to see what team will be able to take our last qualification spot into the second phase of the BTS Pro Series 11. Will it be Motivate? Will it be Yangon Galacticos? We'll find out after the break.